Hey everybody. So right now, Croatia is playing against the Czech Republic. They're leading at halftime, 1-0. And as I promised, later today in my second video for today, you're going to get my response videos to all three Euro games that today, as well as the three Euro games from yesterday, for a sort of mega reaction. But right now, in this video, I want to talk about the Copa America. And we have another quarterfinal clash today between Group A's runner-up Colombia against Group B winners Peru. And this video, I just want to talk about my brief review, brief expectations, as well as a scoreline prediction. Okay, so on paper, Colombia is the better team. On the field, Colombia is a better team. However, Copa America is Peru's playground. I think that's the perfect word to sum it up for the Peru national team. Copa America, for some reason, is Peru's playground. They always excel at Copa America. They've reached the quarterfinals of the last 9 consecutive, including this one, 9 consecutive Copa Americas. They've reached at least the quarterfinals, and in the last 2 Copa Americas, Peru finished in 3rd place. Now, unfortunately, the Peruvian national team has not been able to translate Copa America success into World Cup qualifying success, and and it's sort of been much to their detriment because the form that they carry into major tournaments like these, it hasn't been able to seep through into the national side to get them to a World Cup every 4 years. And it's unfortunate because Peru has a team that's good enough to be at the World Cup. But you look at their standings right now, and they are sitting, I think, second to last or in 8th place in qualifying in South America. So it's really unfortunate because they are a team that's worthy of being in the World Cup. They have the talent, they have the tactical discipline to play in a World Cup. And they haven't been to a World Cup since, I think, 1982. But that's enough about their World Cup history. They've been very impressive so far in this Copa America. They did not bring their A squad with them. They left behind Claudio Pizarro and Vargas and Jefferson Farfan. Yet they still managed to win the group in Group B and eliminate Brazil. And don't underestimate these guys. Everyone's picking Colombia to win easily today to get to the semifinals. I think this is going to be a really close match, and this is going to be really fun to watch. I think, other than the Chile-Mexico game, I think this is the best quarterfinal on paper, and these two teams match up really well against each other. The last time they met, it was in 2011, where Peru beat Colombia in the quarterfinals, the same stage, after 2-0 in extra time. And I think that Peru can easily do it again. Don't be surprised if they get to a 3rd consecutive semifinal. They're very much a tournament team. They're like the Italy of the South America. When they get to a major tournament, they just fire on a different cylinder. Well, of course, the exception being the Italians crashing out of the 2014 World Cup. But so looking at Colombia and Peru, I think this game is going to be entirely about attack against defense, and it's not a matter of just sitting back and playing 10 men behind the ball. It's also a matter of Peru creating chances on the counterattack to give them an early advantage, to get one goal up on a Colombia in the early stages of the game. But here's the thing. Peru's not just going to allow Colombia to have the ball for the entire game and just batten down the hatches and just put a back line of 6-7 players to just try to hold Colombia at bay, hopefully try to bring the game to penalties. No, Peru is much better than that. When I say it's a game of attack versus defense, I don't mean that one team dominates while the other team just crosses their fingers and hope for the best. I mean that you look at this Peruvian team, the way they played in the group stages, uh, they're very deadly moving forward with Paulo Guerrero and Christian Cueva and Flores. Um, they can cause Colombia a lot of problems. And like I said, Colombia's defense is not very sturdy. We saw Costa Rica exploit them in their last group game. Now, a lot of you say, well, Colombia was resting some of its players. They weren't. They were resting most of their attacking players, but not so much their defensive players. And Costa Rica exploited that. So I think that Peru, who is a slightly better team than Costa Rica. I think they can do the same thing. So Colombia has to be very careful that they don't get found out on the counter or when they give the ball up, because Peru can easily just grab one right in the beginning of the game, and if they do that, Colombia will have no choice but to press forward and leave their holes at the back more wide open for the Peruvians to take advantage of. So I think if Peru scores the first goal, I think Peru's going to win this game. However, if Colombia scores the first goal, it's an entirely different story. So you factor all this in together, and you look at Peru's history in this tournament, but you know that Colombia is a team that should win this game. They should win this game. It's very hard. It's very tricky to make a prediction for this fixture. Um, the thing is, it's not going to extra time. So after 90 minutes, if one team's able to hold back the other, it's going straight to penalties. And if it goes straight to penalties, I would favor Colombia only if they play Ospina in goal, their main goalkeeper, which I think they will. They have no reason not to, barring any kind of injury or yellow card suspension. So if it goes to penalty kicks, I'll give the edge to Colombia because of Ospina, their goalkeeper, being better than Galese, the Peruvian goalkeeper. Um, but that's just assuming that it gets that far. Scoreline prediction. Mm, I'm gonna say Colombia is gonna win this game. I just think they're gonna find a way to win this game, and I think the score is gonna be. You know what? You know what? I think this is gonna go to penalties. I think this is gonna end in a draw, and I think it's gonna go the full 90 minutes, and it's gonna go to a penalty shootout. I don't think either team is gonna win this game in regulation time. I think it's going to penalties after a 1-1 draw, maybe a 2-2 draw. It could be that explosive of a game, but it's going to be 1-1 or 2-2, and Colombia wins this thing on penalties and gets to the semifinals. So that's my prediction for this game. It's going to be a tie, because even a victory in penalty shootout, it goes down officially in records as a draw. Even though penalty shootout is a tiebreaker, the team that wins a penalty shootout, it doesn't go down in the record books as a win. Uh, FIFA considers it as a draw. And I think that's fair, to be honest, because penalty kicks are mostly a system of luck, and it's 50% luck and 50% skill. So, yeah, again, that's my prediction. Colombia's going to the semifinals. It's going to be a very tight game, and it could go either way. I would not be surprised if Peru gets to a third consecutive semifinals. I'm not disrespecting Peru. I'm not underestimating them. I think they can very, very easily get to the semis, but I'm going to pick Colombia. So that's my prediction. Let me know what you think below. Like, comment, subscribe, disagree, agree, and let me know what you think. Who's going to win the quarterfinal today between rivals Colombia and Peru? Who do you have going to the semis, and who do you have going home? So, until then, guys, I'll see you later today with my Mega Euro reaction video. I'm going to go watch the rest of the Czech Republic-Croatia match. You guys enjoy your day. Go watch football. Go outside. Go to work, whatever it is you're doing. And until then, as always, peace out.